This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by PatriotInternet.com.
Really?
There are a few details here on this piece of legislation from the folks over at the Campaign for Liberty, campaignforliberty.com, their website. It says here that it's in committee right now and that very few representatives have read it. Apparently it will be devastating for everyday folks, but great for factory farming operations like Monsanto and Tyson, to name a few. I have no doubt that, this is again the Campaign for Liberty saying, they have no doubt this legislation was heavily influenced by lobbyists from the huge food producers. It's so broad-based that technically someone with a little backyard garden could be fined and have their property seized. It will affect anyone who produces food, even if they do not sell but only consume it. It will literally put all independent farmers and food producers out of business due to the huge amounts of money it will take to conform to factory farming methods. If people choose to farm without industry standards such as chemical pesticides and fertilizers, they'll be subject to a variety of harassment from this completely new agency that has never before existed. That's right, a whole new government agency will be created just to police food for our own protection, of course. And, you know, there's more to the story here. It looks like it criminalizes organic farming, but doesn't actually use the term organic. So they must get into definitions of, you know, what types of farming are criminal versus what aren't. And essentially
Criminal farming
defines, organic as criminal farming. Affects anyone growing food, even if they aren't selling but consuming. Affects anyone producing meat of any kind, including wild game. It's so broad-based that every aspect of growing or producing food can be made illegal, and there are no specifics, which is bizarre considering how long the legislation is. Section 103 is about the administrative aspect of the legislation. It will allow the appointing of officials from the factory farming corporations and lobbyists and classifying them as experts and allowing them to determine and interpret the legislation.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So essentially, if you've got a problem with Monsanto, just wait until this new government bureaucracy is formed and the executives from Monsanto are placed upon the regulatory board to make decisions as to whether or not your farm should live or die.
This is how companies like Monsanto get as large as they do.
Tired of Big Brother tracking your every move? Would you like to surf the net anonymously? Conceal your location? Well, then check out PatriotInternet.com, a New Hampshire business eager to attend your privacy needs. PatriotInternet.com.